Alright, so welcome back guys, or welcome if this is your first time here. I'm Vision here with Blind Entertainment, bringing you guys another video. Today I'm going to be doing my trailer breakdown for the 100 Season 6 that was released late last week. So if the 100 is something you're interested in, don't forget to subscribe down below and hit that bell icon. That way I'm missing my future videos about the 100 in the future. I know I didn't finish doing my review for Season 5. I got 3 more episodes to do. I'm hoping to get those reviews up by the time Season 6 airs. And as well, I'm not sure, but this might be the part 1 of part 2. So if you are watching this and this is only part 1, check out part 2 after you check this video out. And don't forget to subscribe. But let's begin. So we start this trailer with like a recap of a voiceover from Monty talking about how, he hopes that they can do better and how he's viewed this place for a while now. Or he hopes that it's beautiful and that they hope they prove Jasper wrong and aren't the bad guys. And that's a very interesting thing. We got our picture here of our group looking out at the planet. Probably this is after they wake up a few of the high-ranking people of their group. Then we got a shot here of the dropship going down to Earth. I gotta say, for what we got here with the CGI, it's decent. I think the CGI could be a little bit better, but for what we got in the trailer, I think the CGI is pretty good. And I think a lot of these visuals in the trailer of this new planet are pretty good. It really brings out a new vibe. I will say this, it does make you feel like you're on a new planet. However, some of the sets just from the trailer do look a little bit cheap. But just the CGI does make the world feel a little bit more realistic. And I think that they did do some of this good stuff with like the sunlight and stuff like that. I think they definitely did some good job there to make the planet feel more realistic and like it actually is a different planet. Then you got a little shot of book 2. I kind of feel like that was a little bit stupid. I'm sorry, but I feel like separating the first 5 seasons as book 1 and then doing book 2 is kind of stupid. That's just my opinion, but I think that I don't know. I get like when The Walking Dead does a new beginning, but book 2 here, it just feels forced. Like they want to, like everything should be different. Then again, you got another shot here of the ground. Another beautiful shot. Again, definitely making it feel more realistic. The CGI here, though, looks a little more shoddy here than it did in the other shots. It's okay, but it's just a little bit too CGI in my opinion. I feel like they overdid the CGI here. Then we got a shot of our group on the ground. Very cool looking shot. I'm excited to see what they do with the group this season. I think this could be similar to the new beginning arc from The Walking Dead that we just had. But at the same time, I said that last year with Season 5 when I was proven horribly wrong. So I don't have very high hopes for Season 6, but I'm going to check it out and review the first couple episodes. I'm interested to see what they do with them, and I think they definitely could do something interesting with the 100 moving forward. Then we see Kane and Abby talking, and we get a little voiceover from or conversation between the two of them, talk about how everything they've done hopefully has led them to this, and hopefully they can finally find peace. I'm excited. Kane's my favorite character. I was worried that he might be killed off due to his actor being on The Passage, and I haven't finished season 1 of The Passage, so I don't know if his character dies, but I do hope they keep him and Abby around, or him at least, because I really like him, and I think the actor does a great job as him. Then we got a shot here of Clarke, and it looks like a group of people showing up on motorcycles. So what I'm predicting here is that our group will arrive on the ground, and we'll see the guy later. But Russell and his group, or he'll send out a team, and they'll meet them here when they land, and they'll kind of have like a bit of a standoff at the drop ship or somewhere on the ground when they first arrive. Something along those lines. Then you got here a shot of Clarke. Now, I can't tell if this is Octavia, Echo, or Raven. Let me know in the comment section down below if you know who this is. But they're pretty much talking about how she always uses the excuse that she's doing this to save her people. And I feel like this character is getting tired of that, which I kind of am agreeing with this character. I think this would be an interesting route to go if certain characters are starting to get tired of Clarke's decision-making and rules and want to do their own thing. I think that'd be an interesting thing to see happen. Then you got Octavia and some stuff between her and Bellamy. Now, this is another thing I think that would be interesting and good to see happen, because you see her kind of freaking out saying to Bellamy, you know I'm your sister, and he comes back and saying that my sister died or whatever. I feel like it'd be an interesting story arc to go on if we see the two of them on different sides of each other. I know we saw that in season 5, but I feel like they could expand on it more and have it where Bellamy cuts ties with Octavia to an extent and gets to the point where he doesn't care if she dies or not in this season. And that could be an arc that we see go on this season where Octavia's kind of losing it, and then towards the end maybe she does something and maybe leads to her death that could cause her to end up dying or redeem herself in Bellamy's eyes. I think that'd be an interesting thing to see go on this season as she's trying to wrestle with her place now following what happened in season 5 and her relationship with Bellamy. I think that'd be an interesting storyline to go on and see her deal with that, since it's always been like the two of them between everybody else. So I'm curious to see what goes on with them in this upcoming season. Then you got a voiceover from, I think it's Miller. Now, I'm not sure who he's talking about, but I think it's either Clarke or Jordan, and he's talking about how, prophets or saviors or like saviors are certain people. They have to earn their title or whatever. So I think one of two things is happening. I think one, again, people are getting tired of Clarke's leadership and are wanting to follow someone different. Maybe Bellamy steps up and they start following him. I think that'd be an interesting thing to see happen. Or my second choice is it's Jordan. Maybe some people are viewing him as like their savior or their prophet, and he's just saying, "Look, you didn't do anything to deserve that title. You just woke us all up. You didn't do anything." So it could be the two of them. I would think it'd be interesting if it was Clarke, especially since she's been the leader of the group for so long. I think it'd be a lot more interesting if you see this schism start to form with our group, as they don't want to totally follow Clarke anymore and want to go out and start following different people. Maybe new people rise up as leaders. I think that'd be something interesting and cool to see happen in this season. Then we get some shots of a new community, and I'm going to be honest here. I think the setup of it being like this circle kind of thing looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. Again, CGI, a tad bit shoddy here. It's not bad, but still, it could be better if you want my honest opinion here. But then we get a shot of our new characters, a few new characters from this new group of people. One of them, I think it's rumored that the guy here who's on the left or is on the right of this woman here is named Russell, and he's going to be, I guess, the leader of this group of people. Now, from what we can tell in the trailer, from at least what I'm picking up from the trailer, is that I feel like he's gonna welcome these guys in and somewhat be friendly towards them. These aren't gonna be like an antagonist group. They're not gonna be some kind of villain. Now, that's just my picking up from the trailer. I think they're gonna be good guys and somewhat be, allies to our heroes in season 6. And you got a exchange between him and Clarke. He probably meets with Clarke first, as she's their representative leader, and it's the two of them probably meeting at the first time here. Maybe the other group members are there, or maybe they're meeting separately. I don't know. It depends on what they do here. I'm interested to see this character. I think he's an interesting new character to bring into the show, and I'm curious to see what he brings as a new character to the show and his dynamic to the show as well. Then we got some shots of the community itself. Now, this is where I felt like the set is a little bit weak. I don't know, something about the set, I don't know. The world itself looks real, but the set, it looks like crap, if you want my honest opinion. It feels like some playwright just built this set for a high school play, and they're just using it on the 100. I'm sorry, I know some people probably like it, but to me, the set looks extremely mediocre and like it belongs in a high school play. But then you got some nice shots of the community as it shows them exploring the community and everything. And I gotta say, it's a nice looking community. And I think you see a lot of these people happy. And I really like how they highlighted that before they run into everything where shit hits the fan in the trailer. And I feel like it's setting something up where the 100 could have its version of GOT's The Red Wedding or The Walking Dead's The Red Fair. I feel like there's something that could go on in this season where they could have something similar to that. I highly doubt it though. I think they should, but I highly doubt it. Just due to the fact that I feel the 100 place Finn's a little bit too safe and too kid friendly or teen friendly where they don't go into dark areas. I think they should, but I just don't think it's going to happen. But I think they definitely did a good job of introducing us to this new community in the trailer. Then Finn's really ramp up in the trailer, and you see Clarke running here, and Finn's just go crazy right away. And this is where I like the trailer. I think it was actually a pretty good and decent trailer. However, at the same time, I feel like they showed us a little bit too much where they overhyped some things that could end up being nothing. And I feel like they just showed a tad bit too much, as in just trying to make us. I feel like they know people are kind of dropping off the show, so they're trying to ramp things up. However, I feel like they showed just a tad bit too much. You see Bellamy here, somewhat freaked out. I'm interested to see what goes on with these two characters this season. I don't believe Bark's happening. Before anybody goes into anything like that, Bark isn't happening. I do not believe that. But we got the reveal of the eclipse-induced psychosis. Now, I think it's an interesting thing to add in. I'm curious if that the actor who plays Russell made them do this since he was like, what was he on that vampire show or whatever? I'm curious if like he has a contract where it says like he only does shows where something like eclipses or something like that happens. But another thing I have an issue with is I'm worried that they might end up making this like the Reapers from season 1, which would really annoy me. But then you see one of our group here. I can't tell who this guy is. I thought it was Miller. Let me know if you know who this guy is. Maybe it's Jackson, but he's freaking out, saying that he feels like the psychosis coming on, I guess. And he freaks out. We see him like being held back or attacking some other guy. So I'm very curious to see what goes on here. It looks like an interesting storyline. However, I feel like they might just try to copy the Reapers, which is one thing I'm worried about. Then you see Clarke and Bellamy saying, okay, we gotta go, we gotta run, it's not safe here. Now, my prediction here would be that I'm thinking that what they might end up doing is where Russell and his group have a system of how to deal with the psychosis and things that they do, but our group might not agree, might not trust them, and some of them freak out. I think some of our group might be affected by the psychosis, and our group and Russell's group tries to help them. Our group freaks out, and they panic and fully thinking that they can't trust Russell and his group. Something along those ones. I think that'd be an interesting thing to do. Now, we do see him later on traveling in the woods, so maybe something happens where Maddie is captured. We do hear Clarke saying she's looking for her, so I'm curious to see what goes on there. But the one thing I am curious about is why, if they're running or trying to escape, why don't they go back to the dropship from Allegis and head back into space? I think that might be a little bit of a plot hole, but I think it might be able to be explained in a scene coming up here. So like I said, this might be able to be explained by the fact that it looks like there's some kind of electrical something going on here. Maybe the dropship gets damaged on the way down, or maybe Russell's group sabotages it. We hear it later in the trailer, him talking about how he doesn't trust them and how these people might be dangerous. So maybe he does something where he damages the dropship so they can't go back for reinforcements. Then we see here these, I don't know if these are flares or what they are. They might be something to do with the eclipses. But there's some kind of like green, like neon light stuff. I'm curious to see what this is. I can't give like a full-on prediction just due to the scene here, but I'm curious. The one thing I don't like here about these two shots though is that they remind me too much of the acid fog from season 1 and season 2, and I feel like they're recycling some things, and I don't really like that. I hope they keep some of these things separate and don't like reuse everything. But overall, this is a very good trailer so far, and I'll continue on this in part 2 of my trailer breakdown. So yeah guys, this is part 1 of my trailer breakdown for the 100 season 6. Part 2 of my trailer breakdown will be out soon, so definitely stick around for that if you're interested. As always, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share. And don't forget to subscribe down below and hit that bell icon. That way you don't miss any more future the 100 content from me moving forward. This has been Vision here at Blind Entertainment, and I'll see you next time.